Hello, hello, hello. We should be getting Edgar versus Karasuman here. Shortly. Karasuman has to adjust his box. Apparently his Merc said he was using one of them. Got kicked out. AJB, hey White. Or is it Fenrir time on your alt? That sucks. I mean, if your alt has AO, it should take like 5 seconds to get S rank though, right? Or you do have to do it on your main because you fell out of top 100 or something. So, this should be a pretty bully game. Because Edgar is one of the sweatiest Waifu War players, full stop, and Karasuman is most easily the most disadvantaged Seed 1 player this season. Hey, Rice Group. I'll be astonished if Karasuman knows what Hiei does. And knows what to expect from Hiei fighting his team. I wish him luck. We do have an actual good Gerald and Layla map, although the tank pick dissuades that a little bit.
I think he knows Edgar is Boots.
Almost certainly not. I'm definitely expecting something to just get insta-killed by Hiei. Especially because Edgar can pick up like Narm if he wants to make him 13 with an attack buff.
Fuck, he's gonna do it. Oh no, he didn't.
He went for Mary. Okay, he's going for a real tank pushy setup here. I don't know if that's better or worse. I mean, I guess it means that there's less chance that Karasuman just gets run over before he hits anything. If he can get in.
But I also think it means he probably doesn't kill anything.
Yeah. I also think Karasuman's probably not super ready to deal with something like Omega or Bernhardt. But yeah, double tank push game. Does he have another pick one? DPS? Oh, the rule. Oh, that's true. I mean, so the thing is, I said it's on the players with the boon to tell their opponents that they need to remove the stuff from the box. So I don't know if that means we I don't know that we should stop the game because there's a Bernhardt in the box, you know? Maybe Edgar, I mean, he's not gonna accidentally not pick the burn here. It's not like he would ever take the Christie here, but yeah, I think we just tell Edgar to take it out game 2. Karasuman is supposed to tell the opponents to not run that kind of stuff, so. Yeah, I guess IBC was
I thought
also in the
about
box, huh?
mentioning. I thought about mentioning it, and then I was like, I've mentioned it every time. At some point, they gotta mention it themselves.
Hmm. I guess we can leave it up to Karasuman. Yeah, so Loon brings up in Discord chat what I was going to say is, unfortunately, as much as I hate to say it, I don't think that this is going to end well for Karasuman no matter what Edgar's box looks like in terms of pick one. But it would help pick ban-wise for him to get a more reasonable draft. Okay, he said it's fine for game one.
Respect. He didn't even say it's fine. He was like, I don't care.
Yep. Alright, let's take a look here. Yeah, everything looks pretty reasonable setup-wise. He has the angels on Helena that have ever been on Helena. I don't know if he's ever said it, but I'm fairly convinced he doesn't have cavalry troops built on his account. So yeah, we do have the boots Hiei. He didn't end up picking like any Mobi boosters. He didn't take like accelerated 8 on the Pepsi even, so Hiei will be 11. Yeah. So everything is safe for now. Okay. He's gonna hit pretty hard with the Pepsi buff though. Burn did bring guard here, which I think is a mistake to do. That lets Helena potentially hit Hilda to make burn guard depending on positioning. Which could be pretty good for a cross mod if Edgar mispositions to allow that to happen. Alright, so, I mean, he's spreading his team out here, but I think he just simply doesn't know the Hiei range. Because so far everything he's moved has blocked into Hiei range. I guess he's testing the winner, and it is offense stance. Alright, so here comes the Hiei. I think he's gonna kill Warner, no problem. That was actually fairly close, all things considered. Pepsi does reach Lance and Elena, it's worth saying. If I don't know if you already said that, but I had my headphones off for a second. I was opening window. Okay, cool. He does get the kill. I wasn't sure with his stats. Yeah. The Angels are gonna be a little sad. I mean, technically, given enough time, Ledin could carry if Edgar just like stops attacking, but
He can just go take the Helena now, though.
yeah.
He waits one and then takes the Helena.
Yeah, I think he should have waited, honestly, because like doing it this way means Sophia can basic to break shield, and then Lance can at least try to kill next turn.
Yeah.
I guess Lance is gonna be pretty unhealthy after this fat burn AoE. Oh, and Sophia got one shot. That's wonderful. Oh, the stat differential, man. That's rough.
And now he can't even attack the Pepsi.
No. He can maybe try attacking the burn, but I don't know that he kills, even with the class advantage. Just because of the demon troops. Yeah, he doesn't break troops and he just dies. Like I was saying at the start of this match, Edgar is pretty easily one of the sweatiest and strongest Waifu Wars players, and Karasuman is pretty easily the most disadvantaged Seed 1 player this season. So this was always going to be a rough match. But maybe it'll go a little bit better now that Edgar has to remove the Bernhardt and IBC and not put in other big ones.
Now it's can Karasuman break tanks?
Yeah, we'll find out. He does have a decent amount of assassins in the box, right? So that's the one thing he has going for him.
True. Hopefully he bans the Hilda.
Yeah. Auto is pretty annoying too. If trying to do assassins. Okay, yeah, so Edgar's just going full on assassin bans, so his remaining assassin picks are Diehard, like base Diehard, and Silver Wolf, which are both rough.
I mean, his Silver Wolf is his best guy.
It genuinely is one of his best built heroes. There's no way Edgar's gonna ban Silver Wolf here, right? We get to see Silver Wolf plus TRs, please.
He does, he's rude.
Here we go. But yeah, I would probably ban Hilda Christie and pick Silver Wolf here. Which is crazy, but that's where we're at. This is Waifu Wars. That's the wrong tube tank bans in my opinion. But he doesn't know. I guess if he's going for, like, splashing AoEs with these two or something, getting rid of the juggler makes sense, and, like, Freya can't really, or Helena can't really attack into Freya, but I think win-con-wise it's not really going to do it for Karasuman. Darn pick. Yeah, I don't know. So this is going to be tough, but it was always going to be tough. I think the Omega is going to be pretty abusive. Yes, I mean, I genuinely don't think Karasuman can do anything to this Hilda Sophia comp. Hilda's too tanky for all his DPS, and Hilda's too good of a healer for all of the AoE on these two. So it's going to be rough.
Oh damn, I left and came back and it got worse.
It got worse. Yeah, this looks really rough. The only thing that could, like, maybe happen is, like, Edgar somehow totally misplaces Sophia, and Karasuman gets to AoE with both of these and somehow stop these Sins from killing all of his stuff, but I think Omega is gonna run all over Karasuman's team here with Narm.
We have to assume he just, like, hasn't seen Omega before.
Yeah, almost certainly. That's true, Loon. So yeah, we've got the Leviathan, Alert, Omega, Glacial's on EA. I mean, I know there's, like, 2 depth styles on this map, but I don't know that I would have gone off with troops. It's just because then he's going to get slowed down by the trees anyway, so it's kind of moot.
I guess he was trying to slow play it. His thought process is he can hit him from the water.
Yeah, I guess. So let's look at this troop matchup, right? So we've got the double Lancer Hilda with, wow, this must be Blood Pact, because that's 23,500 HP. If Ricky gets in, he might be able to take a life just because he is an infantry hero. Hilda's for now a Lancer. If he goes in, like, right at the start of turn 2. Let's check skill. Is there anybody that doesn't get tripled by Omega? Helena does not get tripled, just doubled. But I don't know, with Angels that she lives in Omega anyways. And Ricky does get tripled. Norm only gets doubled, but she'll still die. He's Uller's build. Ricky still won't even really reach the Hilda for a while. Hilda has plenty of time to 3C into horse. It's really too bad that Ricky's talent gives like generic Moby buffs, so you can't use like wings or get buffed by TR's 3C or anything for a speed boost. Because it just means he's so slow.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. You should have given him something like Kie.
Mm-hmm. I don't think that's going to be enough to make Ricky suddenly tank Omega, just having Miracle plus his DR, but, you know, we'll see. He does, I think, reach Norm as well. But he might actually whip if he goes for Norm. Because you'd have to use both buffs, like both AAs, which means he loses attack buff. Because this one doesn't preserve buffs. And he'd be hitting from Freya. Okay, Ricky comes out. I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense. The only things left DPS-wise to move are assassins. I might have chosen to hit from the tree, because then he might actually have a real chance of tanking the Omega. Alright, animation's on. Let's watch Ricky get demolished by Omega. It's rough out here though, guys. Izuka.
Hey, what's up, man?
Watching Karasuman do his best.
I have a thought, man. I have a thought when people break the rules and take something in the box extra.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like the only way that should be, that is fair, is that one, you can't change your box, and two, you can't pick that unit. So now you have one less unit. Because, I don't know, like, I don't like that it gets put on the person that, that, you know, the offense is being... I don't like that, like,
The problem is, like,
Karasuman,
game one.
you have to choose. Yeah.
The thing is, game one, Edgar had both IVC and burn, so you can't not pick both.
Well, exactly. So it's like Karasuman gets to pick which one he can't pick, and boom.
Mm.
You should have read the rules, Edgar. You fucked up. Karasuman shouldn't have have to pay for that, because now you know his whole box. So Edgar could go and text something in to counter Karasuman. You know what I mean? It's just not fair.
Yeah, I mean, in this case, they just sideboxed
opinion.
game 2, but yeah, going into game 1, if you wanted to do a full reset, it should probably work that way, yeah. We can add that into the rules for next season.
I think we should, man, because, like, if you had some spicy text to throw off your opponent, now they know exactly what's in your box.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's basically on the honor system whether or not what they swap in is going to be a complete counter to you or, something more. So.
Anyways, just a thought.
I hear what he's saying. I don't think Edgar was trying to be vindictive, though. I think it was generally a mistake, and I really think, like, the newer players have to be better at least about, like, before their match saying it. Like, if it was your first match, I'd excuse it, but, like, they haven't said it on any, and this is, like, match 4, match 5. Like, at some point, you gotta remember on your own.
Mm-hmm. Especially because this is the first time we've had a rule where the opponent's box has to change because of, like, in boon systems in the past, right? It's been like the player gets some extra thing. It's not usually your opponent gets less things. So it's also really different in that regard. Oh, is he just gonna kill or try to kill the Freya just to, style on him? Man, that is brutal. He just killed Karasuman's tank with an assassin while his tank was on a tree. That is rough. There's a really big stat differential here, and box differential, and experience differential. Alright. I really hope Karasuman comes back next season and gets to sign up early to get to be Seed 2 on a team. Because I think he'll have...
He had some good matches. I really do think he would have fun in Seed 2.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I still remember he took that game off Raven, which was awesome. Like, Raven definitely made misplays there, but Karasuman did his best to take advantage of him,
Yeah.
Oh, Lynn says he's going to do Gerald and Layla. That could be fun.
And Loon as a partner gives him some leeway.
Yeah. Right.
Putting it lightly.
Let's take a look at some replays. We've had True Hero requested that we look at his a while ago, and I think Falcon had some games that he played yesterday that he put full-on request to me. Alright. Let's start with these True Hero games. I think I probably have him added, but I'm not even sure. I might not, actually. I don't really remember wrapping him. I don't remember what letter substitutions he uses. I think it's... I guess I'll just check Discord. Yeah, I'll have to check Discord. To search for it again so I can actually look at the card. Right. First Callista, Amonsky, and Moonbird. I assume that's the 4 on the card. Alright, I don't know that we're going to watch all 4 of these. But we'll watch some of them. Alright, so yeah, I don't think I've actually caught any of True Heroes games live, because he usually plays pretty late. Same with Callista. So Callista's got like a full-on tank push box here, and I think he's running Nomi Captain. True Hero is Yulia Captain with a fairly tank pushy box as well. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, sure. I don't think I've caught that many of your games this season, Paul. I've done a lot less streaming on the whole this season, compared to previous seasons, so there's a lot more games I haven't seen. Okay. I'm gonna go as far to say this is already not a super lovely start ban pick-wise, just because his box doesn't really cope very well with a Christie pick. I mean, you're really relying on Yulia doing Moby down from Godly Menace then to do anything. Because she's not going to just straight up kill Christie, right? I don't think he needed to ban Sherry that high when he's tank pushing like this. You can make stuff with Sherry. Like Yulia can survive Sherry, depending on what Sherry brings. And the Toa early ban is interesting too, because let's say he didn't ban Toa, right? How many buffers are left? It would be just these two, I think, which is what she needs to guard ignore. So you could also afford to not ban Toa and ban something like Ashmar instead. But yeah, I don't know. I think he should have gone for some tank bans there just to put pressure on Callista to pick a tank. Banning the Toa is fine if you're not banning both of the Toa buffer tanks, or wait until you ban both the, or wait until they pick a Toa buffer tank to ban Toa. I'm going into this ban pick in depth because whenever people have problems, I usually assume it's a ban pick problem because most people don't play their matches all that bad. Usually, a lot of their problems originate in ban pick. So Callista picks up Nymph. Yeah, he gets Luna. There's just not a super great win con for True Hero here. I mean, he really just has to make Yulia guard down the tanks, but he also allowed a second tank, so you don't really get a chance to do that. As far as Sonya goes, I'm not sure if Nomi has archer troops here, but Angels is probably the best bet troop-wise. Sonya doesn't have super great troop selection, but in terms of trying to live the Nomi. But I think it's really tough because he gave the second tank. Because you just don't really get a chance to do Yulia plays like that. I think he didn't really have to ban Rosa all that high. He's got a really good, like, Sonya's really good against physical damage. And he picked up a Sophia. Like, she's not going to get busted by Rosalia. So I don't think he really needed to ban it that high unless he's really worried about 1k hoops, which is a legit option, but... Okay, Nomi has firebrands. Did she bring them? She didn't, so, I mean, Sonya should tank fairly well here. Assuming he's Tiamat. Oh, Archer's on Deed is really interesting. He brought Windblade too. Okay. Yeah, I'm worried he's just gonna lack a win con. Like, to actually win. I think he needed to put more pressure on Callista's tanks. He has too, like, Callisto has too many healers for, like, AoE to be a win con, and, like, he was playing Yulia, so he's kind of already focused on a single target win con. Okay, Mass Resist makes sense against the Nymph. Oh, he's Defender. He does get the proc here, but I would really suggest Tiamat armor. So he cleanses the Moby down. So Luna's dueled, so she can't attack or anything. Well, I guess she can AA. Attack just fine, actually. There's no position for Yulia to set up like a Godly Menace play. Just because the double tanks, like, it's gonna be tough. I mean, he has to keep waddling up and try to hold center at this point. And just try to live. The D-Lit is also suspiciously out of guard range. Okay, I was gonna say, you should get that back in. I think Yulia is in range to reach the spaces Nomi could attack from. Hold on, I'm gonna let my cat out and then I'll bring it back. Okay, I'm back. Wait, so did he not use the Master Resist from Sophia? Why is everything getting stunned and stuff? Dude, I guess it's been a couple turns now, but I feel like more stuff should have that immunity. I didn't like take notice of when he originally cast it. Let me jump back here a second. So it should be this turn that he cast it? Yeah, so... Did something dispel it? The Nymph AoE? The Nymph AoE. Okay, that's pretty bad luck. Yeah, so this is like turn 3, I was pretty sure he cast it, but it was the Nymph AoE has 1 dispel. Callisto just got lucky and dispelled the immunity. Deed never got it, but yeah, it took it off Yulia. Okay. Let's see, so yeah, he throws out 3C. Oh, he's going in. He doesn't really need to, though. So the thing here, right, is Christie's 5 move, so she can get away from the Yulia Godly Menace range. I mean, so can Hilda. It's only a -2, so Hilda can also just step out. Oh, he should use Windblade rather than 3C. Because Callisto chose to heal there instead of move a tank to actually be able to guard. So, I mean, he should absolutely have done that. Like, he should have absolutely used Windblade to take advantage of that. There's like no way that wouldn't kill a flyer. Just wrong skill choice. The 3C's not going to do nearly as much damage. He'd be out of guard range, but that's fine. There's no active DPS this turn. Yeah, that's true. He could have also gone for the Nomi. The thing is, with the reason I actually like the Luna more is you've got the physical troops versus the flyers, archers specifically versus flyers, and Windblade for class advantage versus the Nomi is also pretty high M-def and stuff, and still gets the Luna aura, but also does have the robe with no extra like mods for your D-lit rate. So I'm not 100% sure Nomi actually dies just because this Nomi robe is some real fuckery. With the DR, but I think Luna definitely dies to Windblade. Yeah, actually, I don't know either. I assume... Actually, it says below 80%, so maybe it wouldn't, yeah. But yeah, he just chose the wrong target there. Like, he had an opportunity because Callisto misplayed. I still think YOLO and Yulia was a misplay. He really has a comp here where he could actually just sit in mid to win. Because neither of them has a super good way to break each other. But he used the wrong skill or hit the wrong target. This is messy. But Luna does one shot. She one takes troops. I don't know if he didn't realize that... Oh, how did she get stunned? Oh, did we have... Yeah, we had Bravo on Hilda. That's funny. I don't know if he didn't realize the duel had worn off Luna from her using her AA. But yeah, losing the healer and the tank here is pretty bad. The stun should be dispellable from route, but it means you have to do said dispel. Which he didn't, so Nomi should just kill Deed here. Yeah, unfortunately, I think he did just kind of misplay this one. Because he's down 2 for 1. And without, like, the extra healer, I think it's hard to set up Windgone. Although, Yulia should be able to hit Nymph right now, right? I think... Or is this just the other effect? No, this is just the fixed damage effect. It's the Mobidown that goes after 1 turn. Okay. I think the turn order gap is gonna cause problems for True Hero here. Because it means Sonya is just gonna get busted. Especially being down to 1 healing action now. Defender procs are pretty relentless. Who needs 2 mat armor if you just proc Defender? Yeah, I was gonna say, I wonder if Christy can kill Sophia here after the Mobidown. Yes, she can. Yulia hanging on, but... yeah. Right? Yeah, so I think the YOLOing Yulia was pretty risky. He really has a comp where he could set up a center win con, especially because Yulia is good in that kind of endgame where once spaces get really tight, there's not a lot of space for the tanks to shuffle around you to avoid getting Moby downs. Callista did misplay by not moving a tank to be able to guard afterwards, but he chose the wrong skill and wrong target. One of the two. Either Windblade the Flyer or just 3C the Nomi. Alright, let's take a look at game 2 here. So he goes for this really high Sherry ban again. I wonder if he's just been like traumatized by Sherry in the past. Because that's an unusually high ban. 2 games in a row. So Callista does get the Christie again, so for a pretty rock solid comp, tank push comp. So Toa won't get a buffer unless he allows the Fairy Fifth, which he didn't. Okay. So no faction buff for Toa to guard ignore. I think the main concern here is Ashmore buffed Nomi is going to hit really hard with a Christian faction buff. Yeah. I think he should be banning the Christie as well. Oh, are those phalanx on Ledin too? Oh, you have to go Vanguards here to have even a chance of living. This is so risky. I guess he's probably not fond of Arashi because he doesn't have green skill. Oh, it's Divine Boots Ledin, I see. Yeah, I mean, you want Vanguards here for 2 reasons, right? You want Vanguards to do damage, and you want them because they're tankier against magic than Phalanx by quite a bit. So I think this is a pretty poor troop selection that's going to cause him problems. Because the DR tech on infantry is just so big against magic. It makes a huge difference, especially in conjunction with Tiamat armor. So Callista's just setting up buffs for the Nomi here. She should absolutely demolish this Ledin right now. Because she has... Oh, is she not Princess? Oh no, he did... Why did he do Petal first? I hate it when people do that. I mean, he can still buff with the Sophia. Oh, she has to set up. I forgot. Alright, so they'll just move the Christie up to guard next turn. I mean, ultimately, like, Ledin isn't reaching anything yet. And Ledin will die when he gets hit. Oh, she's not Princess, huh? That seems really weird. So I think Mary should be shy of Reach to Punish. Ooh, Ledin does live. Barely. Did he ever actually attack buff this with the Sophia? No, he didn't. The Ashmore, the Toa is too far back for the aura to be boosting, and he didn't actually buff with the Sophia last turn. He just casted single target heal. Okay, that makes more sense on why she whiffed them. Because I'm like, he has a lot of buffs on this Nomi. So that seemed weird. Her int is also kind of low, I feel. Like right now. I wonder if he doesn't have super well-built gods. But yeah, it's still a very chunky hit. And ironically, not killing might even be better for his game because it means he doesn't lose turn prio. Yeah, Callista's doing some weird stuff here. He should be moving back to here. That he's got the Ashmar EE equipped. If you end your turn adjacent to Ashmar, he'll be getting fixed damage on his Nomi, which is really nice against the Freya. The attack support on Toa is a funny tech. What skills did you bring on Mary this game? He seems really afraid to use her skills. Oh, he brought this again instead of the big white. Other spot. Damn. He should really be bringing her other skill. I guess the Moby down is technically a thing you could do, but I mean that's a pretty sus option compared to her super heal. So you'll get a Leif off Freya here. Yeah, so saying problems usually come down to pan pick, but I actually think Trujillo's pan pick isn't like that bad. He does actually have some knowledge gap stuff and troop, you know, or choice problems. So that'll come down to practice then, mostly. And just learning units. Alright, let's take a look at another one. Give him a little bit more feedback. Let's look versus Lone Bird. Amon is going to be a rough game. Because Amon is really, really good. He's easily one of the best Seed 2 players. So I think it'll be tough to give him more constructive feedback there. Whereas Lone Bird, he's a good player, but he usually has a lot of funny stuff in the box. Like he does here. Which is good and bad, right? Because it's not necessarily the strongest stuff, but it's probably confusing stuff, right? If you don't know what it does. I do wonder, has Lone Bird picked this combo yet this season? Because that's got to be hilarious. Is he about to pick that this game? Oh, I think he probably is going to get it. Picking Angelica is super legit option here. So when I'm saying like the Angelica Amadeus thing, so she has a skill that, okay, he didn't bring it, that can remove your troops from your hero. Amadeus has a talent that scales off of low HP. so he doesn't usually one-shot stuff, but if you get his HP low, he does. So killing all of his troops so he'd still have his revive, but have way more talent activation would be pretty strong. But he doesn't go for it. He goes for the single target heal. We've got the Spear Boots auto. Mass stack on Angie, and Mariel is Mariel. Double healers is going to be a little annoying for True Heroes AoE comp here. I didn't look at ban pick that closely there, I guess. I got a little distracted by Amadeus and stuff. So he's got two main AoE heroes, a strong assassin, but no real attack buffs for this comp is going to be the main weakness here, I think. Versus two healers, having no attack buffs, even with something like Vincent, it's going to be tough to break that. I think Demon Troops on Vincent would help. The Fire Demon guys, whatever, would help you try to break through even unbuffed, but it'll be tough. I do appreciate some Ainz gaming though. Oh, the auto's probably going to get pretty annoying. So Vincent can reach auto, it's just he's not going to really do that much damage with no attack buff, and he'll only hit these two, which is pretty whatever. Ainz is slowed down too much now to reach anything. Freaking auto, man. It's so annoying. Post-cast. The Tatalia can technically try to kill him, but it'll be pretty tough. He stole Senya's conversion, and he stole Ainz TR on top of Landia's aura and his exclusive, so this auto is a really chalky brick right now. Did auto clock? Oh, he did. That's so bad for True Hero. Oh, this AoE hits. I guess it's self-target 5. Span. So Duel's worn off Angelica, so she can't, like, jump in to her or anything. Yulia's 2 Moby downed. Again, Tatalia is just really not in a situation to kill this right now. Yeah, it's looking tough. This is probably good versus Amadeus, if it works. The thing with him is he picks like a direction. I don't know that he necessarily picks a target for his 3C. So I'm not sure if it works to stop him. Oh, you're right. That is bannable. Well, not bannable, but it's illegal, so he needs to remove it. That's a good point. Yeah, I even like noticed that auto like stole the effect, but I just didn't really think about it in the context of it being illegal equipment. Good catch. This auto is just eating him up. That's true. So it brings him some more strat. Or more or less, maybe, is the idea. Leo back, huh? So let's look at True Heroes box for a minute here. So this is definitely a lot more AoE rushy boxing I was running before. I think the biggest problem I see with this is there's a really big lack of buffers. I pointed it out last game, but like he has Dark buff with the Licorice and the Bozal, and Myth buff with the Giz, but he could really use more generic buffers. I think something like Akaya, if he has that on his account, period, would be huge. Did we move Luna into boosters this season or no? I don't remember. I want to say we didn't, but it was brought up like right after rules were released that she probably should be. Yeah, no, she's not. So yeah, he could definitely add something like Akaya to this box, and that would be a huge buff, I think. Probably drop the Tatalia just because this is a very AoE heavy box, and she's just not going to offer that much AoE wise. Yeah, I think Akaya would go a long way to helping his buff problems in this box. Something like Varna could be really good too, because he's got stuff like Lana and Vincent and Julian that hit really, really hard. Yeah, like it's definitely something we're gonna do next season. It just came out like right after the actual rules, when the season was starting, so we didn't affect it for this season. But we're definitely gonna do that next season. But yeah, so I think the box construction here is a little bit off for a super AoE box, and also Yulia is a dead pick, right? Like, I was talking about the rest of the box, but Yulia is going to contribute nothing in this kind of box comp, right? She's purely a cheerleader. Maybe she can try to endgame stuff, but I mean, she's so slow. Yeah, so I mean, originally we started, I think the reason it happened, right, is we originally started with no booster pick one, and we just had those all in the DPS pick one, but then after the week of testing, we re-split them back out, and we didn't think to put Luna in there, because like, with no booster pick one, it makes a little bit more sense for her to just be in the OP pool than a pick one pool. But with us re-splitting the categories, I think she definitely needed to be put into that pick one. So, Irons and Vincent are both kind of setting up to go in. That will be funny, huh? If that... Oh, he lost his actual pass revive because of the Ricky AoE detect. That's kind of a shame. So yeah, but he is going to be relying on the Leo Beck AoE for a second, Death AoE. I assume he goes in, yeah, with Ainz first. Can I get debuffs? We got a silence on the Ama. That's not bad. So Ricky will do a little bit of healing with this, as long as nobody's heal blocked. Yeah, nobody's heal blocked. Was that passive silence on Landius? Is Lombard's Landius? Yeah, it's not 6-star. I'm like, he can't get passive silence because of his casting. So yeah, it's a 5-star Landius. I wouldn't have even looked. I mean, I guess it makes sense though. Lombard generally only builds strat stuff, and I think it's just for Waifu Wars he's trying out more other options. So Julian gets in, but no buffs is just so rough for an AoE combo. Also, Leo Beck is really far behind. And the straight line move is killing Ricky or Vincent here. I would have probably gone in with Vincent next, to be honest. Like, you can still do this AoE. Maybe? I don't know. Yeah, I think it's just whenever he dies, right? The 3C has a passive. Yeah. Oh, actually, no, it's an effect of the 3C revive, I guess. Oh, he does, and then he gets the immunity. Yeah, so you could just go ahead and Vincent 3C in. The only concern would be getting Mariel double killed, but I don't think she double kills you, and it's also not bad if she goes for a kill on you. Yeah, the thing with moving the Julian, so Lonebird chose to use the Landius Nexus to move him out of the Vincent target range. But this Julian can just go get killed at end of turn by Lanbird here. And like the Julian's the main win con, you know? But yeah, I think for this AoE box he has construction problems. He needs attack button more stuff. Wow, look at that. Melee armor proc on Landius. The Aqua Troops on Ricky, letting him just run over to get that basic kill. Is he Spirit Boots? That's interesting. Amma should kill Yulia, no problem, because his first AoE will put her below the revive threshold. Oh, or he can whiff, I guess. But it's still fine. But yeah, I think he needs more buffers and stuff in the box. And it's tough to do that box with Yulia. He might be more successful with not Yulia playing an AoE box next season. I think tank push is pretty hard in Waifu Wars. You really have to know what you're doing and what everybody else's units are doing to tank push in Waifu Wars. Whereas if you're playing a more aggressive playstyle, then it's kind of on the opponent to react to you rather than you to react to them. Alright, let's take a look at some of these Falcon games, because he kind of threw the glove in my face, right? I assume they're on his card. I assume he's offline. I don't remember what my nickname is. Oh, yeah, Beer Burp. Alright. Alright, let's look at this Falcon versus Amon game. Yeah, ST tank push is definitely the hardest. AoE tank push is easier if you have the right units for it. I think ST in general is harder in this format other than pure assassin ST. But yeah, with the right off healers and the right really high payload AoE units, tank push AoE can be really, really strong too. Stuff like Michelle, Bozel, Mariandel as like a strong healer off healer, or healer DPS thing. Wow, second pick Mac by Falcon. I mean, he is boxing Hiei, right? So I guess it sort of makes sense. But this, oh, I know he was drunk, but oof. That's pretty old school to allow that. I don't know why he banned Licorice so high when he's first picking an assassin. So he will outrange with the Ashmar buff. But he also grabs this Nymph, which, why? Wouldn't you just pick another DPS? Oh well. We'll see what happens. Maybe Nymph sleep stuns will go crazy. Oh, he put Hiei really far up too, so he's just gonna get zoned. Like, you have to run Hiei back now, and you don't want to do that, because that means you can't set him up to kill anything turn 1. Doesn't Kyra just kill Hiei here? Am I crazy? She reaches, right? Why are my numbers not on? Yeah, she just kills Hiei. We do get a pre-battle damage down of some sort on Kyra, but I don't know if that's gonna make me live. It's not. Yeah, I don't know. He positioned like unnecessarily bad there. You should backline. You have the range advantage once you're set up, thanks to Mac plus Ashmar buffing Hiei. At least if it's boots. Is it boots? It's not boots. Okay, so he doesn't have the range advantage even with that. Because these are both ignore effects, neither of them are like Moby up effects, so it doesn't scale that well. So without the boots, I think he still gets zoned. So he just absolutely couldn't give the IBC then, instead of Licorice. Oh man, poor Mac. He doesn't have his talent active and he's on crappy troops, but... Was that an immune rag? No, just no rag. She could just basic there, right? He did not need to use his guard drop skill, which could be super relevant against the Beto if she's not Overlord badge. I mean, I guess it's just kind of YOLOing after he lost TA. Ooh, the Demon Slayer, Elena. I like the spells. I don't think she's gonna live to Bum Bum though. Ah, she does! The weapon break plus all the dead troops did the trick. Okay, so what do you do now? Do you just basic? He runs back. That's probably okay. It looks like he's Bracer on his Nymph, so he's not going to get silenced by Bozil. See if Ashmar kills. I don't know how much end up this Bozil had, I didn't look. Yeah, she kills. IBC should tank a Mac basic. Although Mac is significantly better buffed than he was before. Oh no! Falcon! He did it again! Oh no! So, like 3 seasons ago or something, he was running Team Nymph, right? And he ran Nymph's melee class. Mac doesn't have a range class, but he did similar thing. He ran Nymph's melee class and was doing 2 range basic attacks with her multiple times in like semifinals games. And the problem with that is that he didn't realize his hero wasn't attacking. It was just his troops, because most Aqua troops have 2 range normal attack. So, I mean, he definitely would have killed with the Mac hero attack, considering the Pirates 2-ticked the Sanseas, which I wasn't expecting. There's no way he would... I guess it's this. There's no way he wouldn't have killed if his hero actually attacked there. He did the Nymph thing again. He didn't attack with his hero in a basic attack in a relevant situation. Oh, it's Wings Albedo. Amon is such a gamer, guys. I mean, it's still tough to win because he did waste the Ice Dragon Breath, so you can't AoE. But, I mean, he might have had a game here, honestly. Like, if you saved the Ice Dragon Breath and if you killed the IVC with Mac, you know, AoE to kill the Tsubame troops, and then, like, Helena is safe and can go get another AoE after she hits the beta, like, you might have a game. Rough C as well, oh man. Oh yeah, he brought Shield Bash, too. Amon is such a gamer, guys. Oh, yeah, I didn't even realize she didn't have guard up. It was just ring guard. The Demon Slayer, I guess. Ah, Mac lives. So he chooses not to actually hit. I think I would have hit. I know that she converts, but you've got a cavalry hero. I think it was worth actually attacking, probably, but... When she went to hit the Mac, you mean? Let me look. She could reach tree. Oh, he's boots. Of course he's boots. It's Amon. What am I even thinking? But yeah, he could have reached tree. She's not on ninjutsu, but it's still an extra tech for the assassins. Yeah, if he'd punched with the Helena instead of just standing, the Albedo would have lost life there. Couldn't you have healed by placing that closer? Because this heals allies within 2 blocks, right? So he could have healed pre-combat, like from standing. And he doesn't heal again, even though she still reaches. I mean, he wins this, though. That's wild. The boot Tsubame missing like 5 attempts at the Helena was really bad for Amon. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of it either, Edgar, but that's Amon's whole thing, is he likes going for these ultra reach builds with less damage. Because if you're playing like trade games, or like playing opponents who also build their units really squishy, range is king, but it can definitely make you whiff against people that don't do that. We get a 3rd pick Julian, that's kind of crazy. Yeah, I mean, Amon has been cleaning up for the most part. So this game, he does get the Liko. He's got a pretty rock-solid defense comp here, is what I'd say. But we do have Mary for healing on Falcon side. And Julian can do really silly things, so... Good Bizzle Breeze. Freya AoE, so he does have to heal this or Julian gets in. Oh, he opted to bring 3C, huh? I would have just brought Mass Heal. I'd rather have something to heal with every turn. I don't know. Yeah, I do agree that the Julian is a really dumb hero. He's gonna probably die here. Oh, he does kill. Okay. I honestly didn't think he would. I mean, I guess these troops are not good against physical. Versus something like Crystal Warlocks. Because, like, this Hiei shouldn't be in a position to kill, even with Glacials. Like, it's on water versus a fixed immune Liko with the DR buff. But, I think these troops let him down, because they got one tick to it looked like. It says he does have 100% HP because he is Bracer. So yeah, the troops got one ticked. You can see it in the animation. They took 1500, they have 1400 HP. I think Crystal Warlocks would probably not get one ticked. And it looks a lot better. Is Julian's cast out yet? I don't even remember. Did that dispel guard, I wonder? Out of curiosity. Yeah, not this time. It is out. Yeah, that's like even more reason to not allow him then. So no proc, but I mean that's pretty devastating damage. Disposal disposal things. Meriden clock. Yeah, okay, so it doesn't have much healing. So Mac takes the basic kill. Yeah, I think his cast is ridiculous, to be honest. It's a really ridiculous effect. If anything is on the field, you do backstab fixed damage. Like, if anything is damaged, you do backstab fixed damage before combat. Like, that's crazy. Alright, there is Leobeck kill. Shoot, I got distracted and looked away. What happened to his team here? Did she, I guess she's debuffed, so she whipped kill. Well, why is her stat so low? I know she has 20% in attack down, but I mean, a buff to Agnes usually has like 2k int. So I guess the whipped kill on the Hiei here. He went for Glowhammer rather than Pleiades too. I would have gone Pleiades. It's super effective against the Freya. It'll hit the Mac as well. I don't know, I guess he wanted to save it for the Mariandel. But then she just dies to Freya. Her talent is only one buff, I thought, after 6-star. Oh, no, it is 2. Oh, usually her revive is doing 1, but her revive has well been used up. Okay. Yeah, he didn't need to hit that Hiei, or rather hit the Freya at all. So... Did Mac just endgame this? That's gonna get overridden by Fog next turn. I'm also curious if he could have put that under himself to avoid the Licorice debuff. I was gonna say, I also probably would have hit with the Agnes. The Freya actually could have even basic attacked there. I don't know why she didn't. Maybe the Lancers would kill by themselves, you know? Oops. Wait. What? Why does he fog? Oh, because he's water debuffed from the troop effect, I see. Oh, he definitely got pretty stuck then. Leobek could have just attacked from here then, right? To leave a space open. Still, I mean, it's in Mary AoE range, but that's okay. Yeah. Yeah, it is pretty often. But yeah, he could have killed from here and Agnes would have been able to move up here safely. Yeah, Mary should be able to win this game. I think. Ooh. Wait, was that a Demon Leo back or just Demon Troops? Okay, Mage Leo back, yeah. The water debuff, though, is going to eat him up here. Why did she get, like, no debuffs? Oh, I see. Yeah, I honestly think he should have just single targeted, even if the concern was debuffing. Like, I think single target was just better, but... Why doesn't he attack here either? I mean, I guess he's gonna take a bunch of picks, but... Does his whip thing not have, like, any self-healing effect on it? The single target? I thought that was his, like, Dark Reaper equivalent skill, so I thought it would have some sort of special thing. But I think it's a extra damage effect, isn't it? Not healing. Yeah, it's extra damage. If they ever revive. Okay. Alright. Man. Those were messy games. Really messy games. But Falcon won. Kudos to him. All right, I think I'm gonna stop there. Um, should get some work done. I will see you guys around. So, I'll try to stream this weekend if there's any beef, but I'm expecting people are going to be busy with playoffs. But Monday is still valid to play Waifu War Games peeps. So, I'm expecting there will be a last minute swarm of people trying to get their games in, especially because cutoff for like who's making it to Waifu War playoffs, which is way more important than Apex playoffs, obviously, gets more clear. So we're gonna get. I'm hoping people trying to play their games before the end. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. See you around.